Hello guys and welcome back. Today I'm going over how you can let Gearbox know what you want to see in Borderlands 3 through Twitter and how not enough fans are taking advantage of it, even though Gearbox is going way out of their way to gauge what the community wants to see. But before I get into that, I have to shout out a friend of the channel, Cherry Mango Muffin. She makes some awesome art and is responsible for the bandit art in the thumbnail of this video. Link to her DeviantArt is in the description below, so with that, let's get right into it. Okay, so on the Twitter Borderlands account, it's at Borderlands, has been asking periodically certain questions regarding the Borderlands series, as what many believe to be an effort to gather the dedicated Borderlands community feedback, because if we're being honest, if you are following the Borderlands Twitter, even though they usually only post golden key codes, and you will actually reply to their tweets, then you're probably a big fan. So I'll just first go over a brief overview of the tweets. So September 19, 2017, they say, "Welcome to Pandora, kiddos. What's your favorite Vault Hunter combo for co-op?" Then in August 19, 2017, they ask, "Is Krieg actually Tiny Tina's father? Who or what are the Iridians? Let us know your burning lore questions in the replies." Then August 15, 2017, "What behind-the-scene topics would you like to see for Borderlands? Watch the making of the pre-sequel," with the link. Then August 8, 2017, "Each Borderlands 2 manufacturer has a unique look and style for their weapons. Which designs are your favorite?" And then July 15, 2017, "Got a favorite Borderlands 2 gun? Take this short survey and tell us what it is and why you love it." And then July 11, 2017, "Minions, check out this throwback to the Borderlands 2 Claptrap web series. Retweet if you want to see more like this." So that's just a brief overview of all the tweets. I'm going to break down each one and the important ones, what they mean for the future of the series. So first, you can look all the way back to 2016 and see that asking all these questions is a new thing that the Borderlands Twitter is trying. So they've only been doing this really for 3 months. July, August, September. We're still waiting on the tweet for October, but definitely possible. The month is still early. And yes, it's a good way to get a lot of favorites and replies to boost analytics on Twitter, but also I believe that they want to see what we're thinking as a community. So now let's break down what the community thinks about these tweets, and let's start with the first, the most controversial, being the Krieg being Tiny Tina's father in the Iridians tweet. A lot of people don't like that Gearbox is asking for fan intervention in such big story details, and also the fact that they're asking in what seems to be a pretty late development cycle, since we know that Borderlands 3, or at least speculate, has been in development for a while now, which is not lending any more credibility to Gearbox's storytelling. But also they ask for some burning lore questions. There are a lot of questions that we want answered, and if we can voice that, and then maybe Gearbox will answer it, that'd be really good for the community. So some of the questions include spoilers for Tales from the Borderlands, so if you haven't played the game yet, you just might want to skip ahead a little bit. So one of the questions is, quote, "What was in the treasure box that Reese and Fiona found at the end of Tales from the Borderlands?" Another user, Unbreakable, asks, "What is Zero, a human, a robot, an alien?" I actually have a small video about that, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll put that in a card. Also, Bridget Martin asks, "Why can there only be 6 sirens alive at once?" And then there are just some smaller things that really don't have too much of an impact on the story. Nocturne asks, "Why did Face McShooty want to be shot in the face so badly?" And Taylor's Ghoul says, "Who is Marcus telling the stories to?" A lot of the questions are regarding playable characters in Borderlands 3, and there's so much more. I'll link to the conversation if you want to see the full thing for yourself. I think all these are great ideas that Gearbox could definitely address in Borderlands 3. Some are more pressing and carry more impact in the universe in all the future games, but others won't have any impact, like Face McShooty. If we got a background side mission in Borderlands 3, that'd be fine. Totally cool with that. I might compile a list of all the lore questions we want answered, so stay tuned for that. Next, the Claptrap web series and behind the scenes. I'm a fan of both of these ideas. The Claptrap web series has some of the funniest jokes Gearbox has ever written and originally animated in the Borderlands art style. If you guys for some reason haven't seen these yet, I will link the episode in the description, and then you just gotta binge the entire series. Along with that, the behind the scenes are awesome. If you guys have been around my channel at all, you know a lot of my previous videos came from Gearbox's Inside the Box, which was a forum post by members of the production staff of Borderlands 2. They explained so much of the changes from Borderlands 1 to 2, mechanics, loot, basically everything you could ever want to know on why they did certain changes. We also learned a lot about canceled content and get another much needed perspective on what the developers thought about the changes. Also, I like this better, the forum style than video style, mostly because there are a lot of toxic people who will just comment on videos and won't leave anything meaningful. They'll just hate, which drives a divide between the developers and the players, which makes them not want to communicate anymore. So I definitely think they should stick to the forum style post where you can just read it and then move on. There's no spot for comments, at least on that medium. My quick thoughts on the favorite Vault Hunter combo tweet. I don't think it's too important. I guarantee Gearbox has all the analytics on what characters are most popular, group comps, and so much more than we could ever imagine. So I think this tweet was just kind of pandering to the community. Just, oh, reply what you want, but they already kind of have an idea. But it doesn't hurt to leave a reply if you want to. And finally, the gun tweets. Once again, Gearbox definitely has a lot more information about the weapons in use by the community. And if not, you can just look up on YouTube all the legendary gun guides and easily see which weapons are preferred and most popular in the community. And a lot of the comments reflect that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that certain weapons are powerful and also really popular, but it's what people like. So a lot of the comments included the Unkempt Herald, Grog Nozzle, Infinity Pistol, which isn't too strong anymore, Sandhawk. Something surprising was the Moxie's Good and Bad Touch were both on there. The Maggie was on there. Baby Maker was also kind of surprising to be on there. So it's not definitively strong weapons. There's definitely a mix, but there was also Conference Call, Pimpernel, Miss Moxie's Heartbreaker, and a ton more. But there are obviously those smart aleck answers, such as the Bane. Even though the Bane isn't practical and it's really annoying, I still think it has an impact on the community and a place inside the game and future installments. So definitely add more troll guns, Gearbox, because I think they're great. On the topic of manufacturers, I would be surprised if Gearbox doesn't at least add a legendary or two from legacy manufacturers like SNS, Atlas, and Scav. Maybe just one or two guns that look older, maybe a little bit more beat up, enough to give the community something to farm, but if Gearbox doesn't want to implement them fully, it appeases the community without giving up Gearbox's lines they set for getting rid of certain weapons. So I'm going to link all the different posts in the description down below. Check them out and definitely leave a reply if you want your voice to be heard for Borderlands 3 to one or even all of the different tweets. Just make sure you're respectful. Gearbox is made up of people and they're hard at work on Borderlands 3 and other games. Be nice and understanding. Don't go on rampages every time something doesn't go your way. That's not how the world works and it makes you seem childish. So on that happy note, like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.